He has not beaten Roman Reigns
Well,
without.
so just let me finish what I gotta say.
Mm.
Even with Braun Strowman coming out at the end, which again led to nothing because guess what? Let's do Roman Reigns and The Undertaker. Thanks a lot, fucking WWE. Okay? So, Roman lost. He didn't need to be in the Rumble. I'm jumping ahead. But the fact that you're gonna get pissed at this match because Roman's Reigns lost is fucking ridiculous.
No,
This
I'm
match
not
was
mad that he
great.
lost. I'm just, hey, and The Rock won the Royal Rumble. Ha.
And that's why you went on a rant saying that he never beat Roman clean, huh?
Well, yeah, because he still hasn't done that. And oh, okay, like my thing about the Rumble that's like irritated me for a little while and that I think will irritate me is like after the Rumble was over, a bunch of people got on Twitter and was like, "Oh no, Roman Reigns this, Roman Reigns, you're forcing him down our throats." He didn't even win shit.
Again, but I'll get to that when we get.
He lost, and then he was eliminated from the Royal Rumble. But people are whining and bitching and moaning and die Roman Reigns this, die Roman Reigns that. Screw you, WWE. I'm canceling the network because you want Roman Reigns to be this. We don't like Roman Reigns. He didn't win shit. What the
Okay,
frick?
okay.
Ugh.
I'll talk about it when we get to the Rumble
We are on the
because I
Rumble.
feel like I feel like I have to explain that
Well,
through the Royal Rumble match
I,
itself.
I get why. I do. I completely do. I understand, but it's
I'm
frustrating.
I'm just gonna say it. I think I'm gonna have to explain it. It's gonna be explained a little bit better in the Royal Rumble when we talk about the Royal Rumble.
Me.
So,
Me. I mean, I
but
don't. Ugh,
anyway,
fuck. Well, the match with Kevin Owens, it was a good match. You know, I mean, I knew Chris
it
Jericho
was
was
a
going to
great match.
intervene. He was gonna. I knew Jericho was gonna
Still,
intervene. You know, it was very obvious. The last time they had anyone in a shark cage, it was, excuse me, the takeover before last when the Authors of Pain won the Dusty Rhodes Classic, and they had Paul Ellering hoisted in a shark cage above, and he dropped, I think, a chain. It's like, it's so obvious. You
yeah,
know,
but they've always done that.
it's not a
That's always
fresh
been every
idea.
cage. Yeah, but it's all yeah. Well, neither is the cage, the little shark cage.
You wanted to do
That's
something
always.
fresh. Remember that little box Michael Cole was in when they had the whole Raw GM thing from the computer?
Please don't remind me.
Dude, that little box that he was in, they should have put Jericho in one of those at the side of the ring, not hoisted above the ring, because obviously he's gonna drop something down. It is irritating.
Oh, oh God.
It was not a fresh idea. That's all I'm saying. It was very
Well,
much done.
first of all, the shark cage itself is not a fresh idea. It's WCW's idea.
Oh, well,
So,
eh, it's all right, I suppose.
but
Um, yeah, yeah.
so on to the Rumble, I guess.
Yeah, Royal Rumble.
So, do you want to start this out or
The Rumble was very dull. There was not really too many surprises. I mean, seeing Ty Dillinger was great, but he was just a surprise entrant. He's not making his way to the main roster anytime soon, as far as any of us knows. Excuse me. And he said himself, you know, he hasn't like this was just a one-off thing for right now, and yeah, eh.
that's it?
Well, I mean, like the Rumble itself was kind of dull. I mean, this is supposed to be their big Rumble, the 30th annual. You know, I mean, every other Rumble they've had big names. They had Kevin Nash come in. They've had, other people from the past. They didn't do anything really special for this one. I mean, unless you count Goldberg, Brock, and Undertaker, but we knew they were going to be there. There was no surprise. That was a very big duh. It was just a matter of when they would come in.
Okay. So, okay, let me get my point to the Royal Rumble. So, at first it started off okay. I'll
Hmm.
say that. And, you know, I thought they brought in Braun Strowman early.
Yeah,
And, like, for me anyway, I thought they were going to save him for later. Maybe to have, like, a face to face with Brock or Goldberg or hell, even The Undertaker, or something like that.
the last time
But
he had a face to face with Brock, Brock kneed him in the bicep and tossed him out of the ring.
again, it's not like he had to throw anybody out, but it would have been nice to at least been like, oh, okay, now it may be a problem. He could throw out these guys. But nonetheless, Braun did kind of impress me a lot by showing that he could actually lift the Big Show.
That was pretty impressive. Big Show has slimmed down quite a bit though, so he wasn't as heavy as like when Cena picked him up at Mania 25. But still, I mean, for them to go back and
Well,
forth like that, to pick each other up on the shoulders, drop down shoulders, that was pretty impressive.
yeah, I thought that was cool. It was big guy. It was classic big guy stuff, and I like that.
I mean, if anything, Braun Strowman is going to be the new Big Show.
So, which I don't mind. He seems
Neither
to
do
be
I.
doing okay.
But not as the like holder of the main title, face of the company. No, not Braun Strowman. And
No, I don't
they
think they're
teased
doing that, but
that's the words I keep hearing. But what I'm hearing right now is that Goldberg is gonna say yes to fighting Brock at Mania one last time, and then apparently the main event of Fastlane is going to be Goldberg versus Kevin Owens, in which Goldberg wins the title off of Kevin Owens, and then defends it against Brock at Mania, which would mean Brock would have to beat Goldberg at Mania for the title, and because it would be Goldberg's last match in WWE. Although the smart thing to do would be to have Goldberg go out undefeated, and then, I mean, which he'd have to vacate the title, and they're gonna have to do the long, drawn out 4 week tournament crap that they've done before. I mean, it makes sense for Brock to win, but at the same time, I don't know. Because then there's going to be the other issue of who's going to beat Brock now. Like, oh, Brock finally beat Goldberg. Now who's going to beat Brock? There's only a
well,
few people who can really do it, and no matter who they pick, the fans are going to whine, bitch, moan, and complain.
no.
I'm sorry, the
Here's what I would
stands.
no, no. Here's what I would love to see happen when
Mm-hmm.
they do that Goldberg Brock match at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
I want no, I want to see Brock lose only because I just think it's the freshest thing they've done with Brock since he's done German suplexes.
Well,
And
yeah, I mean, having him lose,
I love
period, was just, oof.
that, and I love seeing Brock Lesnar fans pissed, but that's just because I'm a Goldberg fan.
I would have loved to have seen Brock Lesnar guys like reaction, like as if I was sitting next to him, like right when Brock lost. Like I would have just loved to see the anger and frustration. But at the same, I think he was like excited that Goldberg was back, and I think that's why everyone was like just okay with Brock losing, and it's because Goldberg was back, and everybody was still on
Here's
a
what
high from that.
here's what I would love to see happen though. So it starts off with Goldberg versus Brock, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then it goes into like Brock because Brock loses, Goldberg's doing this win, and all of a sudden Goldberg grabs a mic and he's going, "I'm not done yet. I want more." And so it becomes a gauntlet match.
Hmm.
So all these guys are coming from the back, you know, and it gives that nostalgia of Goldberg. The spear, jackhammer, 1, 2, 3. Who's next? Another guy comes in. Spear, jackhammer. Who's next? Another guy comes in. Spear, jackhammer. Who's next? And it all comes down to where, let's say, um, let's say it comes down to the point where the Undertaker decides to show up, because I still really, really want that to happen. And Undertaker says to Goldberg that he's next.
Hmm.
He comes out, gong, Undertaker, and he thinks he's coming down the ramp. Lights are out, lights come back on. Taker's already in the ring. Choke slam, pick up, tombstone, 1, 2, 3.
Huh. Very interesting.
Not only would it give Goldberg a miniature streak, not only would it make Goldberg fans and WCW fans a little nostalgic, but it
Mm-hmm.
would also mean that it would put Undertaker over Goldberg and keep Vince happy.
Yeah, and then Undertaker breaks Goldberg's streak. That would suck,
Yeah,
though. In a way, I mean, you
it,
know.
again, it's what I would think Vince would have done. And then it goes into whatever match the Undertaker's gonna do at Mania,
Roman Reigns.
and it ends at that. And oh god, that would be so awesome. And again, me being a big Goldberg fan, I would rather have him lose to, I would rather have him lose to somebody I've been wanting to see in a dream match for like years. But have it be, rather than a match, have it be just this moment of Undertaker being,
Right.
the monster Goldberg. That would be cool, only because the Undertaker doesn't show up often. It would give Undertaker momentum into whatever match they decide to put him in, and it would leave Goldberg and Undertaker fans happy because they got to see wins from both.
And this is supposed to be Undertaker's last one because he's had like two hip surgeries and he's in a lot of pain all the time. So,
Again, that's why I'm saying have Goldberg go, have Undertaker go over Goldberg, like how Brock had Goldberg go over him.
mm, well, considering you thought of it, I don't think Vince will come up with anything this smart.
Again, it's just something that would really be cool for me to see.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. And then, like I said, you have Undertaker beat Goldberg going into whatever match he's facing against later.
Mm, the WrestleMania is going to be a stressful night, whichever way they set it up. Because
Oh, yeah.
apparently Bray is supposed to walk into Mania with the WWE Championship and gonna face Randy Orton, which Bray needs to win because screw Randy Orton. No offense to Randy Orton, I just have personal reasons why I don't like you. And Bray needs a win because he jobbed to Cena, his first Mania. He lost to Undertaker, his his second Mania. This is gonna be his third Mania. Don't make him lose three Manias in a row. I mean, his three Mania matches in a row. Come on now, that's not okay. That's no bueno. Let's not do that.
Well, here's the. Let me get back to the Rumble because I went totally on how to book Goldberg at WrestleMania.
Oh, no, no, you're good.
But here's going into the Rumble, Braun winning early. There weren't any real surprises other than Jack Gallagher coming out with the fucking umbrella.
Stupid. So
like
stupid.
like I was talking to one of my friends, and he was like, this is very Mary Poppins.
Yeah, it
Oh my
was.
god.
I mean, it was just about as dumb as this whole UK tournament thing.
I
Because
thought,
I just say that because WWE is supposed to hold a tournament featuring like all the free agent women wrestlers so that they could. It was supposed to be like a women's version of the cruiserweight. The cruiserweight classic, in which they drafted the best ones, and I heard Velvet Sky was going to be a part of it. And they apparently pushed that behind to do this whole UK tournament thing. I, for one, didn't watch it. I didn't know any of the people, and quite frankly, it just didn't really interest me. I would have loved to see the women's one, but we don't always get what we want, and I'm not
well,
gonna go on social media, and I'm not gonna send a tweet, and I'm not gonna threaten, and I'm not gonna write a letter. I'm just gonna be upset about it quietly.
yeah. Um, Before we got into that Triple H promo, uh,
I watched that the other day. I shared that on Facebook because that's how people are. Oh, we don't like what you did. I'm gonna tweet. I'm gonna angry tweet. Emoji, emoji, emoji.
well,
E.
first of all, what would you rather them do? Go to his house?
Well, I mean, like, they send threatening tweets. Like, how do you threaten somebody over. I mean, it's not that serious. People.
First of
It's
all,
so
it's the
stupid.
fucking internet. Okay, everybody threatens everybody on the internet.
Yeah,
The
well,
it's
whatever.
it's a whole different world in itself. So WWE can again easily ignore that and making a promo bringing up just showing that
Phone blows up constantly all day to like 10,000 tweets. Naturally, you're going to read some of them out of
again
curiosity.
again it's the internet. You can still ignore your phone.
Yeah, or you can just turn the notifications off, which I'm sure they do, especially when they're
Yeah,
sleeping, because I would not want to hear every 5 seconds. I'd want to like suplex somebody. I'd be so irritated.
again it's the internet. They can fucking ignore it. But anyway, you know, oh god, where was I?
You know what? I don't even remember. But I think
Thanks a lot.
actually for this one, we should probably wrap it up and then we can go over notes for episode 2.
Wait, we're not even done with this one. We didn't even get. I'm not even. Actually, no. I remember where I'm at.
Uh-huh.
We were, because I was talking about Braun being in early, and then I brought
Oh,
up Gallagher,
right.
and that went into the cruiser. Okay, so again, other than Gallagher, there weren't a lot of surprises. So then
Gallagher
there's
was
like
not a
this big,
surprise.
yeah. So
That was
like there's
just
this big.
stupid.
Well, to be honest, at least it was something. But then
Yeah.
there's like this big 45-minute long period of nothing.
Nada.
Like they just bringing in
Mm-hmm.
and calling them a surprise. It's like no, no. I'm sitting there going, "Where's Balor? Where's Angle? Where
Balor
the
was
fuck is
not
Joe?"
cleared to wrestle.
You know, the only one I thought that was a really good surprise was
Mm-hmm.
Ty Dillinger.
Mm,
Ty Dillinger at number 10 was fantastic.
you know they were gonna have to do that.
I know, but my god, oh, it was just a perfect 10. No pun intended.
Uh-huh, sure.
But
Sheesh.
anyway, anyway. So then after that, there's nothing until Brock comes out. And then Goldberg comes out, knocks him out, which I know is going to piss off a bunch of people, but it was probably the most hilarious shit I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
So, and then The Undertaker comes out, and I'm marking out big time, seeing like the monster of the WWF at the time and the monster of WCW face to face. I've been waiting years to see that, and it happened. So being a Goldberg fan, it was fucking amazing.
Yeah,
And
I know you
Undertaker
marked it
eliminating
out.
Goldberg, and Undertaker eliminating Goldberg, I'm totally fine with. If anybody was to eliminate Goldberg, I'm glad it was The Undertaker.
Yeah. Well,
So, so I'm gonna get to the black sheep of the Royal Rumble, and I know you're gonna get super pissed off about this, but I need to talk about the number 30 spot.
yeah.
And not just on Roman, but just the fact that it wasn't anybody else.
I know a
Bringing in
lot of people
Roman
wanted it to be
hurt
Samoa
more.
Joe, but they kept Joe off the Rumble because they didn't want to have him just be another elimination. I mean, yeah, it would have been cool to see Samoa Joe come out, but it was more impactful having him come out and destroy Seth Rollins on Raw than just to come out
Yeah,
as the
but
number 30 spot and be in there for 5 minutes just to get eliminated by Randy Orton. I
yeah, but not if you book it this way. Okay, so let's say it was Joe. You have all these people in the ring. You have and it's going 3, 2, 1, and it's Samoa Joe, right? Comes down to the ring, towel over the shoulder, gets in the ring, and beats the living shit out of everything that moves. Doesn't eliminate anybody, but beats the shit out of everything. Muscle Buster, Coquina Clutch, everything under the sun. And he eliminates himself. And walks out saying, y'all know what I can do. And simply just walks out. That would have pushed Joe to be a monster, would have made the roster aware that Joe is not here to fuck around and just wants to kill people without having him get thrown over by anybody.
well,
That's the problem that the Rumble had. That it didn't innovate that. And that it hurt Roman more. And that's what angered a bunch of people. Yeah, Roman Reigns is not popular. I don't particularly care too much about him. But having him come out at number 30 again when he's already being booed, when he's already hated by a lot of fans, doesn't help. It just lets fans hate him more.
yeah, I
Eliminating The
realize that.
Undertaker, and then having The Undertaker being eliminated by him.
Well,
Again,
he was gonna get
it's
eliminated by someone anyway, so I mean,
again, if it had been Randy, fine. Okay, but again, having Roman do it again hurts him. Roman's at a state in the career where it is fragile, like it is holding cracked glass,
well,
and it's hurting him a lot. So, what they did for him in the Rumble is essentially take this cracked glass and throw it on the ground.
Mm,
Until
well, let's see how they
until
pick it up.
because to be honest, I wanted Sami Zayn to win it.
That's a big stretch.
I know, but god damn it.
That's a big one.
I know, but god damn it. It would have been awesome to see Sammy and Owens at Mania.
Oi, Sammy versus KO again. Don't
I
let's
don't
not
care
do
what you
that
say.
because,
I
dude,
I
that's
don't
like
fucking care
having
what you say.
Cena
That would have been
Randy again.
awesome.
Cena Randy again.
Again, well, here's the difference. Owens and Sammy don't bore me.
But they've been doing this since Ring of Honor. Let them grow separately.
Yeah, but you've never watched their matches in Ring of Honor. You've only watched their matches in NXT.
I know, but to continue like their war for basically 3 different shows, like yeah, come on, give them a
Again,
rest.
it it
They already
it
had their end of the war, you know. Oh my gosh, this Rumble already
yeah,
started out
for
beautiful.
but for WWE though, it's just the beginning. They haven't done this on WWE. So why not do that?
Well, technically they have, and they finished their war, and Sammy won it after losing the majority of
Barely.
it. Eh.
Again, though, that's just a taste, though. I'd rather see them at Mania in the main event. I'm saying that only because they know each other so well, they know how to work with each other so well, and they would know how to blow the roof off of that place.
Mm,
Having
I
Randy win the Rumble was like them saving their ass from Roman winning.
having Randy win was just pointless.
It is pointless, but
Because
it
if
was also to
Bray
cover
doesn't,
their ass of not having Roman win. So
eh,
it's still a lose-lose, but it's a lot better of a solution than having Roman win and having more hate just be put on top of him.
I mean, I
Because
guess.
right now he's having so much hate on him. Again, it's like holding cracked glass. But
Okay.
again, I'd rather have Sammy win and it being this big WrestleMania version of Ring of Honor. Have that storyline go all the way back. Have maybe Chris Jericho say, fuck it, I'm not going to help Kevin Owens. You know, you could still have that storyline intertwined, and it would have been perfect.
Maybe.
But again, that's just me, and hopefully for a lot of people that watch this, they understand where I'm coming from on that.
Well,
You know, I'm not saying Sammy should win at Mania, but it at least would have given Sammy enough momentum to be like, holy shit, okay, maybe he is this good.
well, I'm at a loss for words.
You're
There's
welcome.
so much to take in.
You're
But the
welcome.
road to WrestleMania is still a few months, so I think we're gonna wrap up this episode.
And we will
Um,
be back
oh, most
for the
definitely.
Fastlane pay-per-view.
The next one is actually a week and a half, Elimination Chamber.
Oh yeah, Elimination Chamber, that's right.
So hopefully we can
Okay.
come. Maybe we'll do something Friday night, and we'll talk about how WWE uses their talents, wasted talents, NXT as it stands right
Or
now, and then we'll go with the Fastlane one because I'm sure
and
I have a lot of words for
hope
Fastlane.
hopefully talk about our predictions going into Elimination Chamber.
Yep, we can do that. Well, we'll have to do that. We'll probably do that on the next stream with the um, after the NXT talk. More than likely. Episode 2 will be a long one, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely had fun, and I can't talk right now. I have Froyo calling my name with a big box of gummies sitting right next to me. That was them falling.
Good God. Fat ass.
Gummies! Shut up. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Primetime Tony and Big Paul, we is out.